Hey Jews, as we're getting ready for Passover, Pesach, I wanted to make a little parable of my own, if I may, about what the redemption is and how I see this right now. What I'm understanding from learning Torah is that if you think about the redemption like a bus, that is, this is a bus, okay? If you think about the redemption like a bus, then, and it is going to take us to a much better reality, a reality where we now know there's God in the world. We're not debating this or questioning this or searching for this. We are going to a place where God is just, we all know now about God, and now we're just going to learn more about it and how to live peacefully. So we've tried this existence, let's just say in Olam Hazeh, where it was left to mankind, as it were, to figure out how to live peacefully here. Okay, so we're at the year 5784, okay, which on our timeline says the Torah is towards the end. Okay, 5784. Okay, and I'm not going to get into all this right now because I have many other videos and I invite you to go look at them. All my videos are trying to explain to you is that there is a need, if you are a Jew especially, to look into the Torah again, not to be satisfied with the conclusions that we have drawn, okay, as the nation of Israel, for example, or as you as an individual have drawn from your understanding of what life is and what reality is and what God is and what humans are and whatever morality is, what is wrong and what is right. And now some of you can see that there is a very big problem if truth is subjective, right? So if you can see that, then I'm urging you to, as now, whoever you are, my brother, my sisters, my mother, my father, my cousins, my friends, whoever you are, we are connected, by the way, and I want to see you on that bus because I'm pretty sure I'm getting on that bus. Baruch Hashem. I'm not 100% sure. I'm scared all the time that I won't be getting on the bus and going to Olam Haba, basically. Or the let's just say the break from Olam Hazeh, toil and work and war and misery and strife and scarcity and unhealthiness and disease and pestilence and evil and Pizzagate and the Freemasons and human sacrifices and just not knowing anything and being scared and in fear all of the time, right? So we're going to go to a nice little rest stop. We're going to get on this bus and we're going to go to a nice little rest stop. And then eventually, after we've healed, I guess, this is my own way to explain this, okay? Then we're all going to go to Olam Haba, which is forever. And it's going to be just amazing. It's going to be literally the opposite of this. Okay, of this world. This world, by the way, is called a world of lies. This is the world where good and evil are mixed. But after this world ends, okay, because this world is 5-dimensional. I'm explaining what I've understood from the Torah, okay, through a lot of the rabbis that I listen to. I've been doing this for pretty much 8 years, where all I do is just try to understand my reality a little bit better. And I feel like I do, okay? So, I mean, this may not interest you, that's fine, but where have you drawn your conclusions about reality from? Have you been in charge of that? Or have you just been part of the masses? Amei haaretz, the unthinking masses. Honestly, I'm sorry to say that, because that's fine, I was too. Until I wasn't, until I was like, wait, where did I come to the conclusion that there is no God? I was taught that. I was taught that in science. I was taught that through programming of whatever it goes these days in terms of morality and what have you. Okay, I didn't make those conclusions by myself until I did. And even I'm not able to make those conclusions by myself. because I don't know enough about reality. But as I learn more about reality, for example, I now know that reality consists of 5 dimensions, and it's 3 physical, 1 spiritual, and 1 is time. Up until that point, I was searching for another aspect, the spiritual aspect, and therefore I learned yoga and Eastern philosophies and spiritualities, and I practiced them. Okay, so I was now aware that there was at least a physical, and I was convinced that there was a spiritual, but I didn't understand that. And I got pretty far, by the way, I think, for myself, to the fact where I realized that that's not explaining it all. Why? Because now come to find out I'm also missing this element and this information. And Baruch Hashem, thank God, I speak Hebrew, which I think helps very much to read everything in the original language, especially the Lashon HaKodesh, which is the holy language, because it has depth, also just like reality has depth to it. And I wasn't always aware of this aspect or this aspect. Then same too with the Torah. That's why you have to learn it. So anyway, I feel like at least at this point, I'm realizing that reality isn't quite like what I thought. And there is going to be, so I can't make decisions what's good and bad. So I just have to know, I just have to trust God, and I have to trust our lineage. Okay, because what I've come to understand is out here in secular world, in atheist world, in the world where the 70 nations laws reign, including, by the way, here in the Holy Land of Israel, which is not good. That's bad. Okay, that we have the international laws here with no Torah and many other things. Okay, there's lots of problems here right now. I mean, please, I try to explain them in other videos, and I don't want this video to be too long, but just understand that at this time in our reality, the end times, the leaders of the nation of Israel, okay, are the Erev Rav. Please understand what these terms mean. Lots of classes, or Google, start learning. That's all I'm asking you to do, is learn for yourself. Do not take my word for it, but at least let my words penetrate your consciousness to let you know that all of our reality will make sense, and you will be more calm. You will be less fearful. You will know what to do, okay? Should you take a vaccine or not take a vaccine? Who can you trust? Where should you look? Who's telling the truth? What's going to happen? Just trust God. And we can't always trust even, so like I said, the leaders, including the rabbis. You have to know who to trust. And at this point, I'm telling you, just look first at Mo'em La'ez. It's La'ez, okay? You can trust this book. You can trust this book. It's just pure. It's just Rabbi Yaakov Kuli, who started this 300 years ago for us, the people at the end of time who would forget the holy language of Hebrew and therefore not be able to learn this depth that I was talking about. Okay, just so therefore we won't see the depth of our reality. We won't quite understand. We'll be searching, we'll be looking, but we won't know. But the Torah is here to guide us. That's actually what Torah means. It means a guidebook. And we can trust our lineage, okay? We can trust our lineage. If we're not sure if we can trust our lineage, that just means that you need to go back and learn your lineage. Learn about Abraham and Sarah. Learn about Yitzchak. Learn about Yaakov. Learn about the 12 tribes. Learn about the tribe of Levi. Learn about Moses. Who was he? Don't just go off of what you think you know. Learn right now. Okay, and this is a great way to learn. I have another class called Essential Reading for All Jews. Please check that out, and please check out the description. I'll try to transfer all of the books that I suggest. Just start reading, just start learning, okay? Because what's going to happen as we get nearer to the end of time, there are certain times, okay, that the bus comes around. Okay, and that's why I sound like a crazy lady in all of my classes, because I really want to see you all on this bus, okay? Because I really want to get on this bus. I want to go to a nice place where I'm calm, where I know I'm provided for, where I know I'm going to be healthy, where I know that there's a God, and I know that God loves me. And I know that everything that God does is for our benefit, and it's just to make us realize and wake up and know Him. That's all of our purpose in life. I have another video called "Do You Have a Purpose, Believe It or Not?" Something like that. Please go watch that. We all have a purpose in life. Okay, there is a purpose in life, and that's something that Shlomo HaMelech, King Solomon, of the rightful kingdom in this world is should be underneath the kingdom of David, and then we would see more of God in our reality. But that's not what's happening today. It's opposite. It's exactly the opposite. So at certain times in our reality, okay, this bus comes along, and like I was saying, that King Solomon, what he said was that the whole purpose of your life is to acquire a fear of God. It's right now, right at any time, it would be fine just to think, wait a minute, if I might get punished for not learning the Torah. I might get punished for not keeping Shabbat. Something bad might happen to me in this world or in the next world, or I won't even be getting on this bus and go to the next world. I may never know if this was true or not because I didn't bother to learn, and that's why I'm telling you, please learn. I'm not asking you to do anything crazy. If I was, I already say, please just keep Shabbat and just trust me. Trust all your lineage. Trust your great-grandparents probably kept Shabbat. Okay, they weren't stupid, simple people. You know that. You're not a stupid, simple person. And so in the 3 more generations, let's say, when now even your descendants think you're an idiot and simple because they're so much smarter than we are, like we think we are about our great-grandparents or whatever, but we'll know that it's the opposite. They've already gone too far in the other ideology. They've already fallen too far from the tree. I have another class. I think it's the State of the Union or something like that. But it's like, you know how they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? Let's just imagine it like our great-grandparents. How far away are we from what they used to do, what they used to believe in? Okay, and know that they were smarter than us, okay, and their great-grandparents were smarter than them, all the way back to Moses, all the way back to Levi, all the way back to one of the 12 tribes, all the way back to Abraham, which is what God tells us at the end of time in Isaiah 48 to 53-ish. He tells us, go back and learn where you came from. Just go back and learn, okay? So what's going to happen in certain times, and all of the holidays are a great time for redemption. Anytime's a great day for redemption, but this is a big time. Let's consider our reality right now, okay? In our physical reality, crazy things have gone down this year, right? Since 5,783 to 84 now, okay? And this year, we had October 7th. We have a rise in anti-Semitism. We have the realization that the IDF didn't save any Jews on October 7th, right? We know that now. We've experienced just crazy things, okay? So our reality here doesn't look so good. It looks like this kind of situation, fear and chaos. When we look at our reality and we see fear and chaos, we know that we're farther away from God, because there is a reality, and it wasn't too long ago that things seemed better, right? We still knew a little bit what the truth was, okay? And we didn't know about all these lies that are coming out. So what I'm going to say, because I want to wrap this up, is just that there are certain times in our reality when this bus comes round, okay? But this bus we can get on this bus, and we need a certain amount of the population of the nation of Israel. We need a certain amount of Jews on this Jew redemption bus. Okay, so I guess when they left Egypt, do you know that only 1/5 of the nation of Egypt came out? 1/5. The rest of the nation of Israel died in Egypt, where they were mentally enslaved, when they were programmed into the matrix there. They didn't want to come out, and they didn't come out. Okay, people went over there and told them, okay, Moses came down and told them, I am the Mashiach, I'm here to bring you out. And they were like, no, you're not. We don't know anything about you. Blah, blah, blah. But 1/5 of the Jews there had the traditions from their fathers. Okay, so they had the tradition from their fathers, who were the 12 tribes, that this situation is going to happen. That's the Masoret. That's the tradition that they had. And Levi never was enslaved. Okay, so he and all of his descendants were never ever enslaved, and they never were fooled. Okay, they always held on to this information. It's untainted and it was preserved. Okay, and therefore it's trustworthy. Okay, so then that all got put in. Moses came out. Okay, and this is Passover. Okay, this is the time in our reality that we remember this. Okay, so this is a good time, a really good time for the redemption bus to come into the station. And so what I would love to see is everyone, 5/5 of Israel, get on this bus and we'll go. Okay, I guess what happened is they needed, at that time, I don't know, I'm not saying that I know anything, I'm just saying that I'm just trying to explain this, how at that time when they left Egypt, 1/5 was enough for this bus to go. Okay, and everyone else missed the bus. Okay, but this time, what's it going to be? I mean, we don't know. Okay, up until now, there have been other times, I guess, that the bus came around, but not enough people came to the bus, and so the bus left. But this time, because of the time in our reality is ending, it's end times. And we can see that with lots of prophecies that are coming true. Look at my video about Hosea 14, or just go read Hosea 14 and understand that that's Hosea ben Be'eri, Kibbutz Be'eri. What's written in Hosea 14 looks exactly like what's explained there in Hosea 14. So go and look for yourself. Go look at my class. Okay, so so Passover, I'm saying it would be a great time for everyone just to voluntarily get on this bus. Just do the best Pesach that you can. Just do a little bit more than you did last year. Okay, and when you invite Eliyahu Hanavi into your home after the Seder, that you will do, to the very best of your ability, with lots of love for God and lots of hope in God, that we could be redeemed. Even if at this point you don't really mean it, even if at this point you're just doing it just to do it, all right? Or just to try, or just to prove me wrong, whatever the reason is, just if you just put your whole heart and soul into it, that's great. That's you approaching the bus. Don't be going away from the bus or whatever. Get on the bus, because, so that's what I'm saying. So when you invite Eliyahu Hanavi, because we know that at the end of time, we need the Mashiach, who is going to just be a descendant of the kingdom of David, of King David, okay? So in order for us to get this Mashiach, Eliyahu Hanavi needs to come and tell us, this is the Mashiach. We're not going to be like, oh, it's my Rebbe, or oh, it's my Rebbe. It's none of that. It's going to be Eliyahu Hanavi who will come, and he will let us know who the new king of the world is going to be, and it's going to be from the kingdom of David, okay? So on the Seder, at the Passover Seder, we invite Eliyahu Hanavi. We pour the cup for Eliyahu Hanavi. And in fact, all of the Haggadah that is written for us that we read on the Seder, it was written by Eliyahu Hanavi. So maybe we can, instead of getting on a bus, maybe we can order up like really comfortable tour bus or so, I don't know, whatever, and do it in style. But if we need to not run for this bus now, we can just order it. Hey, can we have a great bus, a great situation to redeem us now? And we can all do that. So take this opportunity to learn more. Learn about... Ma'am Loaz actually also has a Haggadah for Pesach. It explains the Haggadah. Please understand this year what you're doing, really, and do it with full consciousness and with full hope in God that this literally could be the year that we are redeemed.